Are you ready to experience an era defined with style, charm, and incredible music?
I am.
All right, the ultimate Rat Pack direct from Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Here to tell us all about the details, we have Doug Stark from Coach House.
Yes.
Welcome to the show,
Thank you.
Doug.
Thank you. It's good to be here. This is early.
Is
you
it?
Guys, yes, you guys have to get up early. I had to wake up a half an hour before I went to sleep just to be here on time, and I brought donuts.
I
Please.
see that.
Yes.
Wasn't that gracious of him?
Have
I'm like trying to keep them away because the scent is.
I could have got a dozen. I got 10.
Because you ate
a
two.
dozen is too cliche. Well, yeah, I ate two.
All right, let's talk about this show, Doug.
It's going to be great.
There's a lot of details that we need to discuss. What gave you the inspiration to create the show?
Well, I used to be in a Rat Pack show in Las Vegas, and I did
Okay.
it for like 13 years, and I loved Sammy Davis Jr. He was somebody that
And
I
I'm
absolutely
assuming
loved.
that's your character?
That is my character,
How'd we
because
know?
I'm actually too short to play Dean.
Oh.
But I loved Sammy Davis Jr., and as I got to learn more about the Rat Pack, I got to see how visionary they were, especially with some of the things that, at the time they were doing it, they had this vision of like inclusion and equality and diversity that was really, really special. It was kind of an ideal that the country was kind of shooting for and working through at that time.
Such
And they
unique
represented it.
chemistry with
Yes.
all of that diversity,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So we are paying that forward. We're still presenting that you know, celebrating our differences, laughing about our differences, loving through our differences. You know, so whether you're Asian, black, or white, or a member of the Culinary Union in Los Angeles, you can enjoy this show. So.
I love it. That's great.
Yeah.
So the production blends live performances
Yeah.
and multimedia.
Yeah.
How do you accomplish that?
Well, I wanted this show to be different than other Rat Pack tribute shows. And what I wanted to do is tell the story about their relationships, their trials, their triumphs, and their interaction with each other, and why they loved each other, and a bit of where they came from and the things that they accomplished. And that's impossible to do if you're just sticking to the songs. So
Right.
I got permissions to use rare photographs, actual footage, video footage, and tell their stories. So we interject that. We have a multimedia narrative that tells that story. So whether you're like an avid fan or just a curious passerby, you'll leave knowing a lot more about them.
That's
and
fabulous.
appreciate their music.
Yeah, because I would really love to know what was that beginning, that starting point where the conversations were beginning and saying, hey, maybe
The
we should get
conversations
together.
with them doing the Rat Pack, yeah.
Well, I mean, like, what brought this forward? Who decided, hey, I want all of this diversity
Yeah.
in this band, all of this talent can work together to create something that is, at the time, unheard of.
And it was organic.
Really?
They were friends. They were absolutely and actual friends, and they loved each other privately. You know what I'm saying? In their own private lives. And so when you get that level of like performance together, it's quite natural that you're going to want to do something together. And it just happened to hit so spectacularly. Like, hey, you know what? We got something here. Let's keep this going.
Well, not only that, but it has extended beyond generations.
Oh, for sure.
It is absolutely timeless.
It is.
And people are still, you know, even the younger generation who had never heard of it, you know, they hear their music
Yeah.
and they know right away.
They redefined cool. They came about in an era where they really redefined cool, and their personal styles were so glamorous and larger than life, but their personalities were so common and average and ordinary and friendly. So they did this really unique blend of all those things, and were just like regular guys.
Yeah.
You know, whether you're man or woman, you can relate to that regular guy type of vibe, and that's what they did.
How many years were they able to perform together?
Well, you know, they stopped for certain times. I mean, I think the last time that there was a version of the Rat Pack performing together was called The Main Event, and it was Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and Liza Minnelli, and Sammy. Yeah, and that was done in I want to say the early 90s.
Okay.
Early 90s,
Not
yeah.
too terribly long ago.
No, it wasn't. So over a span of like 3 decades, they did that.
3 decades. Fabulous.
Yeah.
When did you pick up the character?
I loved Sammy. I actually used to emulate Sammy when I was a kid, but I started doing the Rat Pack for the first time, maybe in 1987. Jackie Mason, comedian Jackie Mason, saw me and he goes, you should do Sammy. And, okay. And he
Seems
put a
like
Rat
a
Pack
perfect
together
fit.
and I did that. Yeah, I used to love Jackie, but yeah. So.
Okay, tell us about the band.
The band, we have a
Six-piece?
wonderful band. We have a 6-piece band with the horn section, and it's conducted by Michael Evans, who is an amazing conductor, arranger, composer out of Las Vegas. They are on. They play the heck out of this music, and the cast is amazing. We have Nicolette Holm. We have a Marilyn Monroe character in our show, and because Marilyn was a really significant person in that era, and not a lot of people know that Marilyn was a boss. She was really a mover and a shaker and made a lot of changes. But we have great Marilyn Monroe, Nicolette Holman. We have a great Frank Sinatra. His name is Val Martinez. We have a gentleman playing Dean Martin. His name is Tom Wallach. He's from Las Vegas. He's absolutely the best. And myself. It's a good time. All that's really going to be missing is you. Are you coming?
Well, you know what? You are definitely talking me into it.
And have a donut. Yes, let's
gonna
do
pass
this.
these
You
out
are going to
later.
ask me if I'm. You're going to invite me to have one, are you? Oh.
Go ahead, indulge, but
Thank
I'm
you.
still going to ask questions. So, you also have performed the show internationally.
Yes, we've
Where
been all over.
did you go?
We've been in Canada, Australia, England.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been very blessed. I've been on every continent in the world.
That's amazing. With the show or just in general?
In general, but always traveling to perform.
Right.
Not with this show, with every continent, but
How do those international audiences take to the show?
music transcends so much. It really does.
Yeah.
It's an unspoken language. It's an expression of love and
Right.
creativity and beauty. So it always translates. It lands. It does more than translate. It lands. It always does. So that's why you should be there.
I'm
That's
going
why you
to.
should be.
I'm
Where's
going
my
to.
camera with
So-
that one?
so
That's why
remind-
you should be there.
That's why you should
No,
be there.
you. Yes. Come on.
And have a donut.
And have a donut.
Well, in order for folks to know where it is, we need to give them details.
Yes.
So let's flash that slide again. So it's going to be December 12th.
December 12th.
And just one night only, correct?
one night only.
Okay, folks. Doors open at 5 p.m.
Yeah. Doors open at 5 p.m. The
Show's at
show's
7?
At 7. At the
Okay,
Coach House
at the
Concert
Coach
Hall in
House.
San Juan Capistrano, which in itself is another vibe. It's a really, if you haven't been there, the Coach House itself is a vibe.
I've been there, Doug, but it's been several years, so it's
Really?
this is definitely a reason to go back.
So we'll see you
This sounds
December
like a
12th?
Fabulous show.
Promise? Pinky swear? All right.
Okay,
all
you've
right.
got me,
You
you've
saw
got
it. You saw it.
Okay, tickets for 2.
Yeah.
Doug, what a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bree.
Thank you for the donuts. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
for your
Yeah.
energy and enthusiasm.
I put a receipt
and-
underneath your clipboard for the donut sign. I'm on a fixed
All right.
income.
Well, you're a hoot. We're going to have you back soon.
Thank you.
All right, folks. You heard it. Get your tickets. This is going to be a great, great show.
A lot of fun.
Coming up next, we'll take a preview of our Monday movie. Stay tuned.